Welcome, everybody. I am Hagrid. This is my beautiful bearded brother from another mother, Seeky Wisdom. And today we are joined by our very first guest, Mr. ArtyomHavok.
Welcome, ArtyomHavok.
Look at that smile.
What am I doing here?
Where am I?
Yeah, who am I?
This is the very first episode of the Rise of the Streamers podcast.
Yes.
Thank you for being here. And go ahead, Seek.
Well, so this is kind of the segue. So we all know ArtyomHavok has these great ideas, and we'll discuss some of those other ones later. Well, Hagrid the other day comes to me with a great idea of his own and says, hey, what if we had this kind of like podcast-style show, stream it on Twitch, where we interview streamers, big streamers, small streamers, streamers up and coming, and just have like a chat, talk about their experiences, talk about things they've overcome, obstacles, things that they've learned that they want to share with their audience, what their goals are, and just make a show of it. I said, that's fantastic, let's do it. So after some conversation, we said, well, we got to start with the idea man himself, ArtyomHavok.
Yeah,
And here I thought it was just because we started alphabetically.
Yeah,
That was the other reason. We didn't want to say that.
the truth is we don't know anybody else, so we're hoping maybe you could kind of put us in touch with some people.
Yeah, I know a streamer or two.
Yeah. I mean, that's actually kind of why we're here. I mean, that's how you and I more or less met, through Seek when Save and Raid came around.
Mm-hmm.
You were a shorter person because Zizzy couldn't make it physically. And I filled in, and, well, you've been stuck with me ever since. So.
Yeah, and so I met Hagrid through another mutual streamer friend of ours, Absolute Katie, and so that's kind of how this Twitch community system works. We all kind of meet each other through different streamers and different communities, and that's why we kind of wanted to put it together in a format that, you know, people could watch and learn from, enjoy, you know?
Yeah. So while I may be the brainchild here, Seek has a better way with words than I do. So if you'd like to kind of break down the whole purpose of this.
So besides the intro, what are you talking about, like the format essentially, or just what we're...
Yeah, like the whole goal we're trying to achieve here.
Yeah, kind of what I put in the other scope of what this show is about, the idea. Essentially, we just want to collaborate with other streamers, get small streamers more exposure, and have them learn lessons from bigger streamers, and get, you know, bigger streamers to kind of, you know, put their content in terms of what's gotten them to be successful, and just make it a collaboration, you know, for streamers by streamers.
Yeah. All right. Well, are you ready, Havok?
Yes. Hey,
Okay.
First, thank you so much for having me on here. This is really fucking...
Yeah, of course. What did you think of the intro video?
I think that I should go back and delete all of the overload stuff because they don't represent me accurately these days.
Yeah, there's still some good ones there, though.
No, it was really
Yeah.
good. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I thought it was just kind of it showed a bit of like the different things you've done with your overlay throughout the time that you've been streaming.
You know, that was another thought I had, and that's pretty good.
But if it,
Yeah,
it was also
It
funny.
was a good video, nice progression from clips. So, how about you?
Anyway, what about?
Yeah, go ahead, start us off. You are the brainchild.
okay. All right, yeah. All right. So, first question: what got you into streaming, or who got you into streaming? I should say.
So there's a couple different tiers to this. Way back in 2013, I was asked to be the cameraman of a Serious Sam community. And in doing that, I was recording a whole bunch of YouTube videos of these big 16-player co-op events and mods, and doing, you know, slight mod reviews and talking to the modders in the community. But they also asked me to do Twitch streams. And pretty much the only reason I was doing this is because I was the only one in the group at the time with a card and a network that could handle it. So it was kind of a necessity thing because, frankly, like, nobody else wanted to do it. So I did that for like 5 years. Some of the cool things I got to do there were, we got to do a launch party for one of Feed Din's games called Tiny Keep. So we did like an all-night launch party for that, which was super cool. Like, not a big turnout, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And also Crow Team gave me a key to the Talos Principle to do a launch party for that. And we played that literally until the storm killed the power to the house. So this was all back in 2014, you know, and I was, you know, like Twitch, I'm going to be famous, right? Do a couple streams, everybody will show up. No, that's not what happened. That isn't what happened. And I got really tired of doing YouTube videos, so I kind of just stopped. You know, I've had a Twitch account ever since then, and I just stopped because, you know, it didn't work out instantly, and I got really disheartened, and, you know, had some issues with the group, left the group, and, you know, just kind of a lot of things in my life changed really quickly. Like, I had a ton of anxiety and whatnot. I was working a job that frankly wasn't safe, working with, you know, people that had mental health issues that had become violent and dangerous. So I took like 4 years just to kind of work on myself and kind of get back to where I wanted to be. And in that time, I joined the Overload Teams League. If you know Overload, it's the 6 Degrees of Freedom shooter that is the spiritual successor to Descent. In that group, everybody on all the teams, pretty much, they all stream, and all the overloaders watch the other streamers, or the other players on the other teams, because it's a small community, and, you know, they all support each other.
That's good.
Which has been a really cool thing to be a part of that. So that was kind of the point where I turned my Twitch back on. And as you see, there's a lot of clips, you know, and I've been in that community. I'm a team captain now on a newly formed team, you know, kind of branched off of an old team. And that's been really fun, and that's been good. In that community, I started playing Tarkov with a couple other players and just kind of streamed because I could. Never really thought about it. It was more of like a video archive. Maybe something funny will happen here, you know, and I can make a clip easily, right? And one day, I was just kind of looking at the sidebar of Twitch, and I clicked on a streamer, and her name was Estrella. She doesn't stream anymore, which is really unfortunate. I noticed that her account doesn't exist anymore, and I know that she was going through a bunch of life stuff and whatnot. But, you know, I started watching her stream, and I was like, you know, all these, like, she's got, like, lights. There's, like, a smooth glow. She likes the things that I like, you know, plays Tomb Raider games. And I was just kind of like, you know, this is pretty cool, and this isn't how I've seen Twitch in the last, you know, dozen years, because I just really wasn't watching anybody outside of the communities I was in. And then, you know, from there, kind of like poked around her community a little bit, and then stumbled across a guy that goes by the name of B-Ron. I can't remember his entire handle, but he was one of the most positive, like, upbeat people that I have ever run across. And I was like, wow, you know, I feel really good watching this. You know, like, this guy, no matter what's going on in his life, like, he's just bouncing out of his chair, happy to be hanging out with people. So I started watching, you know, even more people, and that's about the point where I found Bearded Bogle, and I found, like, community. I found people that loved hanging out with each other, and, you know, a streamer that really, really, not that these others didn't, but it was different with Bearded Bogle, because he truly cares about his community. And it shows. And I watched it show on, like, other channels that were adjacent to his. And, you know, at this point, I had started, because of Estrella and B-Ron, I had started just being like, I'm going to play 2 hours a day. Just going to stream 2 hours a day. And it didn't go really well. Like, it didn't go bad. Like, I played the games. Nobody really showed up. Like, I got trolled, like, once. And I kind of took a break for a couple weeks, and then I decided, screw it, I'm just going to play one random game for 1 hour every day. That was, you know, like a discussion I'd actually had with Estrella of, like, being like, how do I get people to tune in? And her first advice was use lots of emotes in your stream title, and I'm like, I don't.
And you're how many 1 hour streams in now?
We're about to cross 400 in the next 2 months. It's like 361. So like the early days of the streaming thing was Sean showed up, Sean Beanland, who just, dude, I don't even know how to tell you how much it means to me. that you were there, because he was there almost every single 1 hour stream. Like sometimes he was there on the days that I was like, I don't want to stream. But every single day having one person to talk to, one friend to stream to. He's the reason that I decided to like fully commit to this.
I mean, I've heard bits and pieces of kind of your origin story, if you want to call it that, over time, but to have it all concisely laid out like that was fantastic.
Yeah, and I would care to say that the way that you described the people that really got you excited about streaming is similar to what both of you have done for me. Obviously you don't stream too often, Seek, but we're in contact. We're together, pretty often through the same channels, and Artyom, ever since finding you through Seek, that's how I felt. Like, you're so positive and you're very giving. You're an amazing person to have in my life, even through this medium. It makes me feel better about doing all of this, and it makes me more excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, to your point, Haggard, even though I don't stream often, it's like every time I do, people show up. And 9 times out of 10, I don't advertise. I might drop it on ArtyomHavok stream, like, hey, upcoming stream. But other than that, I don't post it in Discord servers. And somehow people just show up. It's just an amazing thing to build a community with people and also build relationships, like, individually. Not just in the communal sense, but one-on-one with people. And Twitch has been a fantastic medium for that.
You know what you're doing. You're like a PS5 drop. Like, oh, you want this? There's only 5 of them. You better come get it.
No, when Seek streams, people pay attention because Seek is such an important part of the communities that we're involved in.
Yeah.
He's one of the biggest supporters. I mean, I'll get to that.
He is the biggest supporter.
Yeah. He is one of the biggest supporters that most of our Twitches have ever come across.
Oh, you're subscribed? Oh, thank you, Seek, for that 6-month-year subscription, whatever. Yeah.
So, like, somewhere between that and artificial scarcity, when Seek goes.
Mm-hmm. That's the real key right there. Yeah, the artificial scarcity.
But I mean, artificial scarcity doesn't do anything, if you're an unknown.
Yeah.
Right.
That's all right. I know you guys, and that's plenty for me.
Oh, you're sweet.
So, let me just kind of taking that entire history of ArtyomHavok to where you are now. And you've kind of pieces and pieces of in there, but how has your life changed because of streaming?
I think about that one a lot, and I've never really, I come up with, little bits of answers every once in a while. But it is so much. I mean,
this is what you do full time now, right?
It is. Yeah, this is what I do. I'll touch on that real quick. So I couldn't do this without the support of my wonderful wife. I mean,
most of the people here know, and she is an amazing person.
Dude, she is so much. But she is, one of the biggest supporters I've ever had in my life. And I couldn't imagine a life at this point with an unsupportive partner, though I have lived one. But yeah, that felt.
Yeah, I think we've all been there.
I just couldn't imagine just how miserable I would be if I didn't have a supportive partner. But she is an incredibly supportive partner, and I would not be able to do any of this if it wasn't for her support. Sorry, what was the question?
Shout out like an apple.
Yeah. How has it changed my life?
Yes.
I mean, a long time ago, you have that thing where, a bunch of friends get together and they play video games, and then everybody grows up and you don't get to have that anymore.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's probably the biggest change, is I'm getting to relive my favorite part of my childhood every single day, which is, hanging out with friends, playing video games, and, and some people find that experience, and hopefully, they see it as the experience that I think I'm putting out. And, that's worth money to some people, which is, you know, blows my mind. But that enables me to go a little bit farther and you know, come up with better experiences to kind of improve on that every day. And just the realization that, you know, this is actually a job that I love that makes money and it can, you know, feed into itself. I mean, somehow I got there, and, you know, with the help of everybody else in the community and the connections I made, like I've found this, and like, so how does that affect my life? I'm getting back around to that. Like, my confidence is through the fucking roof right now. I've never had that in my life. I feel loved, warm, supported, and I'm in the best place I've ever been. So that would be, you know, the absolute thing that streaming has changed in my life.
So I might be skipping ahead a bit here, but based off of what you just said, how some people really want that, you know, that, you know, some of the best times in your life were hanging out with your friends, playing video games, and this offers that to some people. And whereas, you know, we have taken it upon ourselves to kind of, you know, put ourselves out there and, you know, give access to those people, you know, that experience who don't have the ability or even the motivation to do that themselves. We're far from the only ones. So as far as making yourself stand out in such an oversaturated market, I mean, you, more than anybody I have seen, puts the effort in. You're constantly changing things up. You're constantly introducing new aspects to your stream, whether it's an intro or a phase out, or, I mean, you just completely redid your entire streaming room, the redeemables, the lights, everything. I mean, I know you're constantly thinking about it. Is it easier for you? Is it a struggle? Like, do you feel like it's something you need to do, or do you just enjoy doing it? Is it a combination of the two?
It is a combination of a lot of things. I mean, there is, like, you know, at the very base of it, there is, well, you've got to keep people interested. You need people to come back. If you do the same thing every day, you know, well, Havok's going to be doing this. He always does this, right? I'm going to go, you know, watch somebody else. Maybe. You know, that's part of it.
Yeah, there are some streamers that do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's fine. You know, it's just, it's the constant struggle of, like, is my personality alone going to retain this? Do I have to always change things? And then I'm kind of, this is not a bad thing. I'm going to make it sound like it's a bad thing, but it really isn't. But I'm definitely, like, when there's forward momentum, it's kind of like when you're, you know, being a shark. If you stop swimming, you forget how to swim. And I kind of like the forward momentum that I'm in, where things are always changing. I'm coming up with new ideas. I'm implementing them as quick as possible. Maybe not all the way, you know, fully working, but I don't know. I like the forward momentum.
You don't want to become stale, not for your fan base, but for yourself. Like, you don't want to become comfortable, right?
Yeah. I don't want to, like, sit here and, you know, stagnate and be like, well, I've been doing this for 6 months, and
right. Where it's the same thing every day, where it starts to feel like a job.
Yeah. Okay. That's probably more of what it is.
Right.
I don't want it to feel like, you know, I'm putting couch covers on all day long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody really wants that, I hope.
Right. If you do, I mean, more power to you, I guess. Like, that's your passion, but
yeah. I mean, it just, I can't do that. So constantly changing things and improving things. And that's the thing. It's not just moving things around to move things around. You know, It's an improvement. You know, the stuff in the office, like, some of that came out of necessity. You know, my wife needed a workspace. I needed more space in the office. And now we both have, like, these beautiful personal spaces. You know, and, you know, in doing that, you're making all these deliberate decisions. Like, I'm learning from other streamers constantly. Like, I don't want to say that I'm just, like, sitting around, you know, just writing down, stealing their ideas, but I mean, we all do that. You know, we take, like, all the best things that interest us and be like, well, how can I have that?
Right,
How
your
can
own
that be a part of
personal version of that.
I mean, and every thing that I've implemented, I can kind of tell you where it came from, but the shelves. I mean, I kind of waffled back and forth on whether I should be a green screen streamer, and just have like the separator in here with my wife. And the more I watch the other people in the genre I was in of retro gaming. I'm not a retro streamer. Damn it! Not a retro streamer.
He finally said it. Somebody clip that.
And I see how the way they display their collections, and that wasn't really reflected in my space. And getting the opportunity to change that, with just some simple shelving. Well, it wasn't that simple. Shelving is actually
Shelving.
right now because everybody is making work at home offices. So
Are they wall mounted?
They're stand up.
Okay.
They are attached to the wall.
Yeah,
but,
attached to the wall.
Yeah. So
don't want to damage those beautiful boxes in case something happens.
No. Also, we're like an earthquake central. Although there hasn't been one here since I've lived here, but whatever.
Knock on wood. Yeah.
So, just to kind of add to that, one of the things that I notice about you always kind of adding new things to the stream to keep it fresh, bring people back and make it entertaining for you, is that you're always coming up with new ways to interact with the audience. And most of the time, that's in redeemable form, but you're doing it all the time. Like, even the simple chat commands with changing the colors.
So
thank you, lady.
Damn it. Oh no, this is a retro streamer clip. So I mean, I'm nothing without viewers. I mean, I am something. I have self-worth. I didn't mean it like that, but like this channel moves forward because I have amazing friends that hang out in it. And being able to change things that directly affect the interaction between me and the viewers. Yeah. I mean, that's huge. That's a big part of it. It's why I do half of it. Whether it's something as, simple as, change one of my cameras, like physically manipulate something in the stream.
So you're not upside down? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy. We had to do cable wiring, maintenance surgery to get a right side up. Every camera in this place you can't see that. Everything is upside down. The one up there, it's mounted upside down. The one right here, yep, that's upside down. And they're all just kind of wired in permanently now because I'm an idiot. So whether it's being able to manipulate something on the stream, like that is a bit of value that I can give to a community, right? It's not just you come in here and you listen to somebody wop, 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 wop about a game, right? Or, them playing the game. It's a thing that should, hopefully, they find special. It brings value. It gives them influence over the things that I'm doing. And that's kind of the key word there.
Mm-hmm.
From several of the things that I've read in my life. But it gives them influence because, like, people with a platform, they're supposed to be the influencers. They're not. It's about giving people influence over, an interactive medium.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the big difference between, watching a movie, reading a book, watching a YouTube video, or playing a game yourself, is that you get to interact and influence with the things that are happening in the stream.
Right.
I believe you screamed in Discord the other day, I am an influencer.
I did. No, it is deeper than that.
No, it definitely is. Yeah.
And, part of the reason that there are display shelves, this is a weird one. This is a little abstract, but it is true because, I know that most of the people that join my stream, the reason they're there is because they like the way I get excited about things. I've heard it a lot.
That's fair.
And it's one of my favorite things because, I don't think there's anything more genuine than me getting excited about something. And you see it. Some people are like, wait, is that a box of blah blah blah? And I'm just like, hold on, let's get this. So I mean, and those are other things. That one's a little bit more abstract and isn't like directly like a known redeemable per se. But there's a lot of value in that, and moments like that, I hope, is one of the things that people keep coming back to the stream for.
definitely.
Absolutely. I mean,
so obviously, go ahead, Zeke.
no, what you said is succinct and absolutely correct.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, you care very much about your community, and you do a lot involving them. What about the communities that you are a part of, like the ones beyond yourself? I mean, do you follow a lot of different streamers yourself?
I do.
I know for one, when I first started, I didn't really watch people on Twitch. I mean, there was pretty much Katie. I'd watch Katie, and then I would stream myself. I didn't really have an interest in watching other people play video games, and then I kind of realized it was more about the personality, the person you're spending time with, not what they're doing, essentially.
Yeah, for the most part, that's right.
There's definitely two things there, because there are the people that, you know, started with the platform and just they played a game and they played it really well and it was about the game, you know, and you know they're the upper echelon, you know, the day one Twitch people. You know, that's not something that we are easily can break into.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be about the personality and giving the other people that aren't there for the game something of value in the platform. I strongly believe in that. And you know, in that space up there, it's pretty dog eat dog. There's not a lot of support. I mean, I don't spend a lot of time watching. I don't even know who the top streamers on Twitch are. I really don't. I know like the name Summit. Maybe PewDiePie was here. Maybe on YouTube. I don't know. You know, it's not really. It's not something I think about or you know whatever. Yeah, I lost my train of thought there. Sorry. So okay, how do other streamers? Yeah. Right. So down here, you know, where we are, I don't think that the, you know, every man for himself applies here. It can't. There's no way it could.
I don't think so.
I mean, we will just sit down here and, you know, bicker at each other, be mad about time slots, who's stealing whose views.
Yeah.
You know, it just can't work like that.
And not only that, it destroys all of us as streamers.
Yep.
To be that competitive with each other in a saturated market, I mean, we all fall. But, you know, as you've seen from the events you've done, like Save and Raid, and even this stream right here, it's like we do so much better as a team of people, united, you know, under one cause, or under one purpose, or under one passion.
Yeah. So... because I spent a lot of time just hanging out, you know, with people that were just streaming one game, and I was like, okay, this is Twitch for me, whatever. But I was, you know, Bogle though, biggest influence. The way he built a community, like that was a thing that I absolutely instantly saw and was like, I want this in my life. How do I do this? And it is anything that I have on Twitch. More than anything that I've done on my channel, it is from spending time with other streamers and supporting them. You know, and it's not like go into somebody's channel and start promoting your shit. You can't do that.
Yeah,
there's a little bit of etiquette here, you know?
Yes.
But this is actually like a really complicated thing that I think about a lot. And that definitely shows with things like Save and Raid. You know, is how do I, you know, improve the situation for small streamers is why Save and Raid happened. And it was, I don't know, it was a crazy idea that morphed into something way bigger than I ever expected it to, right? Because it was just like, I have all these friends, all these communities that I support. Yeah, I can just run down the list. You know, Fish Hands 92, new streamer, Bearded Bogle, one of my biggest inspirations. You know, Seeky Wisdom streams every once in a while. We'll get to what you've done for me. You know,
I don't think we have time for that.
Course,
yeah, it might not be appropriate here.
yeah. Small streamer. You know, a lot of these people they struggle finding views. There is a huge list. If I left you out, I'm on the spot here. You know who you are.
he had the questions in advance.
How do I? All of them have like, you know, these 5 really good viewers that are, really important to that streamer and their channel. And 5 is, just a rough number.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do I bring like this 5, this 5, this 5 all together in one place? And that's what Save and Raid was. At its core, that was the original thing. Because,
and then it fucking blew up.
yes, it did. Because all of these people, like, you can kind of watch a person interact in a Twitch chat and be like, what if, I'm trying to think of 2 examples and just can't. But what if, like, person A, as a viewer, was put in a chat with person B, and they shared, the 2 streamers that they liked the most.
Mm-hmm.
And getting to watch that happen was insane. Because I'm seeing people that I truly believe, and I'm going to toot my own horn on this.
This is about
you earned the right.
They never would have. Like that. I mean, that is a thing that was to me, that was a problem. Because there's all these cool people that would get along so well. And could, support each other's community. And if let's say they were stuck in the rut of like, it's every man for himself or every streamer for himself, maybe this is like a bump in the right direction where we get like this massive group that supports each other. And that's what we have. I mean, and it's a beautiful thing.
Well, and you solved multiple problems.
I did.
In that one, in that one event. I mean, as far as putting people together and the amount of money that we raised towards suicide prevention and awareness, it was an amazing feat. And for it to be the first thing of its kind, like, you deserve to be applauded. Definitely. Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't make you better be clapping.
I will mute my camera.
Yeah.
You can do that. Just don't disconnect from the call.
Right, yeah.
There was another issue that it solved too. One of the big reasons that I was even like really thinking about it was, remember, I'll go back to what I said about you can't just go into other people's streams and advertise. There was this one streamer, I'm not going to say his name, but I super respect the guy. I mean, an incredible streamer, deserves everything that he's got. And I made a mistake, and I didn't like straight up promote a game, but he was talking about a game, and I was like, oh, I'm going to play that this month. And I didn't say that it was going to be in my stream, but when he read that I said that, and he lost it at me. He was like, you can't come into other people's streams, and promote your stuff. Wow. How would you feel if, I came into your stream and started advertising mine? And I'm just like, okay, context is a little wishy-washy here. I get the point. Yeah. Damn, it hurts.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things that got me thinking is like, I love people talking about their streams in my stream. Yeah. There are 2 different worlds about it.
Yeah.
There really are. Like, this was a big fumble for me. It caused me a lot of stress. And Save and Raid was, an idea that came from that, but building the communities that we have, because, where this streamer, and I'm just not going to say his name, he's earned everything he has. Like, he can absolutely, be like, this is not a place for advertisement. That's fine. That's great. And it really, I don't know. It just really showed me that there was 2 different kinds of streamers just in a second.
100%.
Yes. Save and Raid leading up to it actually is what taught me that, because I was talking to people about it, and somebody had asked me about it in a chat of another streamer, and I was explaining it, and it led to a huge fallout, which, again, I won't name her, but it's definitely a person I no longer follow. I lost all respect for because of the way that she handled it, because it wasn't just a matter of, oh, well, you shouldn't be mentioning things like that in my chat. It was immediately block him, and then started talking shit about me, and like, just,
I'm sorry, man,
extremely negative behavior. But I mean, ever since then, I've been surrounded by nothing but extremely positive people, and it's done wonders. I mean, that's what I do all day. Like, I hang out with you guys on Discord and talk, and then we hang out in each other's streams, and it's great. Yeah.
I am really, really sorry to hear that. Nothing that bad happened. It really set me back. And another thing that really sucked about it was it came like a few days after I had actually rated that person with like 60 viewers. So like, I mean, I was riding high up on cloud nine, and I'm like, gonna earn the respect of the streamer that I super respect, and I still do. That hasn't changed that. I understand where he came from. That's kind of the curse, is being able to see both sides of everything, is that you're always wondering which side you're on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, but so I got no issues with that streamer. We still talk. It's all good, and I probably shouldn't say anything more about it because people start figuring out who it is. But like things are good there, and I learned a valuable lesson, and it put in motion things that have helped me and helped everyone around me.
But that's what I love about these communities that we're involved in so much, is that there's none of that animosity. It's like, so many of us, are streaming overlapping times. We have multiple content going on. And instead of people choosing sides, or instead of us having to split up the numbers, most people are watching 2 or 3 or 5 or 12 streams at the same time, just to support everybody in their respective communities.
Yeah, I found it very difficult to try watching, Artyom and Lady Gamega and anybody else who's streaming at the same time. So I've had to set up like 3 monitors.
I have 4 monitors right now, and sometimes that's how I do it.
Geek's House is like, remember the constructor of the Matrix, all those TVs, like everywhere and nowhere.
That's it. But
no, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I definitely, I want to be in all my friends' streams. Like, it's tough to have to pick and choose. And
I do it at work.
I can do it most too. Like, I can be present and interactive in 2 streams at once.
Yeah.
That's taken a lot of trial and error to realize I couldn't do 7. One just wasn't enough.
Yeah, I think 4 is a good, comfortable number for me.
Yeah, 4. Yeah, I can do 2.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think anybody in the group of people we have, just you know that everybody's in 2 streams at once at least. Like,
yeah, I mean, you see them there, obviously, but it's funny. It's funny, the people that you see in streams you wouldn't expect to see them in at certain points. It's like, oh, hey, what's up? It's like seeing a friend in a public place. It's great.
I mean, as you talk about it more and more, I realize that about 90% of the people I know on Twitch and Discord, I met through other people.
Yeah.
The vast majority of the ones I didn't meet just on my own haphazardly. There are a few, and those relationships led to other relationships, and that's what I love about, this community so much. But I do want to ask a tougher question.
oh boy.
So we all know that Twitch, being a monetized platform, has certain incentives that cost real world money for viewers and streamers alike. How did you feel about their system? Followers, subscribers, bits, emotes, affiliates, partners, like as a whole. This is your 5 minutes to tell what you feel about Twitch in a nutshell.
He's like, this is your 5 minutes. Have you ever met me?
No, I figured you're concise enough to do that.
I'm under no time constraint.
You're under no time constraint, but
I for that 5 minutes. I just meant in general. I can start my stream whenever. Sean's the only one that'll get mad. 5 minutes, we'll just define your life. Don't fuck up. So, I mean, Twitch is gamification. It is. The systems of like, spend X amount of money, get a thing that you can show off. Like, do we care about that? I do a little bit. So I like emotes. Emotes are cool. And threw a whole bunch of stuff at a wall for a while, and it's really fun to see what sticks, and what's worth money, right? So, I mean, it is work. I definitely would like to get paid for work. Because, and not even because like I want to sit around and get rich, is because I can, buy a big box to show off, add a set of lights, complete the Tomb Raider collection, I mean, things that are directly, back into the stream. This mouse pad that I have here, crotch shot, everyone. I mean, this mouse pad right
I
here.
asked for it. I asked for the crotch shot, and he gave it. Thank you.
This thing was directly from subs, and it's created a beautiful space that brings me just so much more joy in it. And just, I really feel like this thing has been one of the single biggest improvements in my stream. So, and that came from subs. Like, directly. Came from subs and bits. The weird thing about subs is we only get half of that.
Yeah.
And that's...
we're doing literally all the work.
So, well, that's the other... There's another...
I mean, they are giving you the platform for free.
Platform, yes. But is it worth half?
Probably.
There's a lot of back end there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, because, I want all the money, right? Because I can do more. I can do twice as much. But, we do have to give Twitch its due. And the thing
I guess for Twitch pros, it makes sense. Not to interrupt you, but okay. So some of you may not be aware of this if you don't use an iDevice of sorts.
Oh yes, mobile.
I try to watch. Yes, I try to watch as much as I can via my PC. However, not always possible, especially if I'm doing a work and lurk or a sleep and lurk. But say you want to donate, or you want to throw some bits out, you want to subscribe to somebody. So on Twitch, if you buy 100 bits via your computer, it costs what? $1.
$1.40.
$1.40. Okay. If I were to buy 100 bits via any iDevice, it is $1.99 plus tax for 95 bits. You don't even get the full 100.
So part of the reason for
and
that,
Apple their piece.
Twitch is taking their piece, Apple's taking their piece. On the Google side, Google's taking their piece. So everybody's taking a piece of the pie.
Is it the same on Google? Is it the same on Android? It is.
I don't know exactly how it works out in bits, but in terms of subs, yes, it's $1 more per transaction.
It does seem a bit absurd that you don't get the entire 100 bits, because there are some streamers who won't even allow you to donate bits if it's less than 100. Or
You gotta go to a bigger tier, man. Buy 500 bit tiers. 1,000. Stop being so stingy with the bits.
So I have to assume that there's a reason that they don't allow for smaller amounts of bits, because some streamers, when they're a little bit bigger, people use bits to troll. And I mean,
you're giving me a penny.
I've dog-dated Bogle with like 9 single bits.
Yeah. Especially when he has the speech to text.
Yes.
Yeah.
When it's malicious, people have to set limits. Like I know Wolfie T plays. I think he had an issue with somebody at one point and changed it to 5 just to, stop it a little bit. And that's fun. So my understanding when it comes to Twitch's systems, subscribers, you're paying for 2 things. You're paying for emotes, if the streamer has good emotes.
Definitely.
And 3 things. You're paying for Twitch to be a thing. And you're paying to not watch ads.
The other one's up, but I can't show it on camera, so you're good.
Yeah.
So, those 3 things, that's your $5 you're spending. The streamer getting 2.5 of that, because Twitch could just say, "Don't watch ads, pay us $5. We give the streamer nothing. It's a free platform. Be happy with what you have." So, yeah.
Well, that's where you kind of have a decision to make. Is it worth having the emotes? At the same time, is it worth paying for the bits to donate to somebody where you could just directly tip them?
Yeah.
Yes.
They have that set up, yes.
Or, so it's, I don't know. I find myself questioning it every time I'm doing something like that. Sure, they like the subscriptions. That's the number that they're trying to reach in their head. Especially if it's, somebody who's subscribing regularly, because if they're subscribing regularly, they're more likely to continue to donate in other ways as well.
Yes.
Whereas, you could just drop a couple bucks on somebody via PayPal or, Tiltify or whatever it is they're using.
So sorry. No,
you're fine. I'm done.
So here's the other big thing that you have to think about when it comes to Twitch's little mini games. Do you want to be a partner?
Right.
Is that a goal that you set for yourself? Because there's not a clear answer on how to be a partner. And I think that there's a ton of misinformation by the bigger streamers that are like, this is my exclusive club.
Right.
And I swear I see that over and over again. Like, you don't know, so I can't quite be like, yeah, that's a lie.
Right.
But I have to think that the things that Twitch is looking for, in the big meta game is, will this person earn the platform money that, is worth us giving them a little bit more of the cut.
Mm-hmm.
And those things, the things that I have to assume they're looking at it. Are they driving subs? Because half of that goes to Twitch. If they're driving enough subs, then, for whatever they're doing that gets subs, then maybe we'll give them a little bit more. If they're, making X amount, which is so much more than, whatever.
Right.
Are they playing ads? We know that's one.
Mm-hmm.
Because Twitch looks at what you're playing.
From a sub if you are a partner as opposed to an affiliate?
You do. I'm sure that I read that. No, that's the whole thing. You get a bigger cut when you're a partner. That's why partner's better than affiliate.
I mean, is it like 75%? Is it, or just an overall, like, do you need to reach a certain amount, or?
I haven't really looked at what the breakdown
I
is.
haven't either, that's why I asked.
and I say yet because that is something that I want, and that if that's a goal that I set for myself, like, it's not, it's not my end all goal. It's a thing that would be pretty cool.
Right.
A level of accomplishment, a trophy I can put on the wall kind of thing. Right. And obviously that doesn't happen without an amazing community, but
yeah, I mean, I'll still be here whether or not I ever reach that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But it is an ambition of mine. So I'm thinking about those things. I don't know what the cut is. I'm not there yet. It'll probably change 5 times by the time I get there. But I think we're getting 50%. It may go up to 60, maybe 70, 65. Like, it's not
knowing them, you'll be able to pay
$100
and be a partner if like.
Yeah. To assume when you're at that level of viewership, like, the smallest percentage increase is going to be huge.
Yeah. Which is like, you can pay $5 a month now and become an affiliate.
Yeah,
if you sign up for whatever music program that they offer now.
Like 6 months ago or something.
Wait,
yeah.
what?
Yeah, you can pay $5 a month for whatever DRM-free music program that they offer, and immediately become affiliate. You don't need...
become affiliate. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I heard partner.
No, I had said, knowing by then you could pay $100 and become part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somewhere out there, there's some underground thing that is selling partner, and I don't understand how it works, but I have watched it happen to someone. Like, well, we'll get into that, but it's like, dude, what?
Yeah, and it seems kind of odd.
There's a lot of misinformation.
Especially since if you look at the affiliate, like the road to affiliate, it's clearly defined what your accomplishments must be. Then when you get past the partner, it's like, yes, they still have achievements that you need to reach, but then there's still a gray area about that, because even if you have all those checkboxes ticked, you still not need to apply. Right, but it's that application process that lets you know there's something behind closed doors, as you're saying, that kind of discusses whether or not, they're a fit for the brand that is the platform.
Well, and certain things you have to worry about.
A big example.
Go ahead, sorry.
You guys know Retro Island Gaming, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, a fantastic streamer.
Mm-hmm.
Dude deserves to be partner. Has no idea why he was turned down. I mean, the dude has earned it. Like, he puts in the work. And I don't get it.
And he has a fair following.
He gets turned down. Like, what are my chances, right?
Yeah. And then there are streamers that I know, that I watch, that are maybe more of a niche audience, yet they're partnered. They have less followers than affiliates I know. They have less, maybe, subs. I don't know. But somehow they made it.
Yeah, like I said, there's something else running around in the background that I'm not clued in on, but I've watched it happen. I see. That's what I'm saying. Is it's all this big mysterious thing that there are no clear rules.
Well, and that's one of the things that we hope to accomplish with this whole streamcast, which you coined the term.
See, another great idea.
Yeah, right. Probably had it in the shower, motherfucker.
It was probably autocorrect. I probably said bullshit, and it was like Streamcast.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Is to help out, whether you're a current streamer trying to work your way up or you're thinking about streaming. We're trying to, define the lines, help you figure out what it takes, offer tips. We do plan on having, streamers with much larger followings, hopefully some partners that are willing to come on and answer some questions and give tips as to how you can hopefully attain the goal that you're trying to reach.
And likewise, on the other end of the spectrum, we want to have some small streamers who are just getting started. Maybe, they just hit affiliate or maybe they've been affiliate for a few months and they're looking to grow
or
and figure
struggling
out.
to do so. Even. Yeah.
Exactly. I think, kind of the goal here is to, as you said, Havok, there's two separate Twitch universes. And it's tough to cross between the two, and we're on this communal side, but we want that communal side to basically see the whole spectrum from, the beginner streamer to the partner who's been doing it for years, and this is their sole income.
Right.
Yeah. I've just flat out, all of us now in, 2021, unless something just miraculous happens overnight, we're only going to get there together.
Absolutely.
I
completely agree.
Yeah.
I
don't see it
being
any
said, what advice do you have to streamers just starting out?
You got 5 minutes again.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
I mean,
Seek, throw a clock up on the no.
You gotta. I don't know. The things that work for me might not work for somebody else. I truly believe fill your room, Lady Gamga. Best advice.
Yeah.
You've got to find the things that make you excited to come back and stream every day, because when you're excited, you show up and you're like, I love all of you and this job, and I'm hanging out with friends and playing video games. People want to see that positive energy. Nobody seeks out fucking negativity.
Well,
nobody you want in your life.
Yes,
I mean,
nobody you want around you.
Yeah,
apparently you never met an internet troll.
And it's kind of be the change you want in the world. If not we, then who? You have to attract the things that you want in your life. And if you want positivity, you got to be positive, and if it's not something that comes naturally, figure out the things that make you positive and happy. For me, it's, a good community, collectibles, technology, always messing around with stuff. I keep myself in that, then, I'm a happy guy on a happy stream and there's happy people hanging out with me. It's worked, If you want to attract speedrunners, be a speedrunner, right? Follow other speedrunners. It's not just about being positive all the time. You could be a successful streamer while, swearing up a storm and being mad at every game.
It's true. I've seen them.
But I've had to go through several changes of what I wanted to be or what I thought I should be, and this is what I found. And it did not happen overnight. This has happened very slowly since 2014. And to further on that, it was just July that I was like, I'm going to be a real streamer. That is a thing that I'm going to do. And you ask a couple people to come hang out on your stream. Even if whatever, you get those 3 viewers, you'll attract more people.
Yeah.
If you have 1 viewer, it's just statistically, it can't happen. So, get some close friends. I was really lucky that I had Sean keeping me interested in streaming. 1 viewer for 4 months, maybe longer. And then...
And that's where it starts, too. That one person that shows up every time you stream. And then it's 2 people. And then it's 3 people. Yep.
And then, like, you know, some buddies in the Overload Teams League, you know, I just kind of announced that there. I'm going to be a real streamer. Here's what I need to make this happen. You know, I need an average of 3 viewers for a month. And, you know, some people, like, they didn't come out and say, like, I'm going to come in here and, you know, and just give you that number. It's like, hey, this would be pretty cool for you. You know, I'll drop a lurk or hang out and follow. And, you know, you get those 3 viewers, and it wasn't even like, oh, I got, you know, the mandatory amount of views and I became an affiliate. Other people started coming in.
Mm-hmm.
You hit that 3 to 5 viewer mark, other people are going to be like, well, somebody else likes this. People don't want to miss out, you know?
And those people are also mentioning to other people, like, hey, you should check this out.
Yep.
Hey, you know, you're looking for somebody to raid this person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if you're an awesome, supportive person, like I am, you attract amazing
you
people.
Are, definitely.
Like,
yeah.
Wisdom.
I,
what?
Don't make me spit my water out.
You can't. You literally can't. I'm pretty sure
when you find those super supportive people in the community, like, things just catch on fire. Like, maybe it won't be like you have 10,000 viewers in a split second, but, you know, it's a lot of waiting. There is waiting.
Definitely.
But the people that want to watch your stream will show up.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
And it's the biggest piece of advice is do not get frustrated. Like, if you can't laugh off, like, you know, failing miserably at a game, or, you know, I had 1 viewer today, like, if you can't just, you know, come back to it, maybe it's I don't want to say, like, maybe it's not the thing, but maybe rethink things a little bit, because you have to be able to roll with the punches, because this can be so disheartening. I mean, it really can, because you can go from 60 viewers one day to, you know, 2 viewers for an entire stream. Like, it's those things, and it's okay.
That's a piece of advice I would offer as well, is don't look at your viewer count. Stream like everybody's watching.
Yeah, just have fun.
Yep.
Yeah, and, you know, and like I said, like, you know, the little community we have here, people are watching more than one stream. So, like, if chat goes dead, it's okay.
Yep.
It's fine.
Yeah,
they may not direct chat, but I know that it's always there.
The victory for me,
I'm looking somewhere.
Is knowing that there are other supportive people being supportive.
Yep.
You know, if I had any hand of putting those people together, fuck yeah. Like, that's my victory.
So, you want to throw one more out there?
We got all the time in the world.
So I have
on schedule.
I kind of have this. This is kind of like a personal one for you. It's like, if you could do a collaborative stream, whether an event or a single stream, with any streamer, like, who's your dream streamer you want to collaborate with?
You know, it is really... So the answer to that changes, right? It changes, from month to month a little bit, because I see opportunities and things that I could do with another person, and then, like, something else comes along, whatever. If I have to give an answer, I think one of the streamers that I'm jabbing with, like, the absolute most right now is an amazing streamer by the name of Fractal Mind Mike. Just an incredible and supportive dude. Like, I love all of our interactions. And, like, for example, like, okay, let me step back a second. I just collaborated with 21 other streamers. So, like, I can't narrow it down to one. Like, save and raid was a huge thing. And I can't really narrow it down to one.
Yep.
I mean, that's an impossible ask for me, I think.
It's fair.
Not to, like, throw shit on your question or anything.
No,
like
absolutely
that.
not. I mean, the point is,
it's really hard because I love doing things with everybody in the community. Just like you guys doing co-op streams right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Bearded Bogle's playing
Civilization
with Taya, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And, I've done streams with him, and it's a lot of fun, co-op streams.
And Rad has her 24-hour stream going on right now.
Big collaborations. I mean, at the moment, Fractal My Mic has been so incredible to me recently. I would love to do something with him. And I hate to single that down to one person, but I feel like everyone that's been around me knows that I would love to do something with them. Because I support everyone in the community, that I feasibly can.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's why the question, at least to me, is relevant, because, we all kind of feel like at the drop of a hat, if we needed somebody to jump into something, we'd all be there, right? We're usually in front of the computer anyway, so why not? Or even mobile. Like you and I both sometimes watch streams in the shower. It's like I took that from you because it was always something that I had wanted to do, is like have entertainment or music in the shower, because like you're only there for 20 minutes, but why not, right? And then you're like, oh, I just put it in a Ziploc bag, old phone. I was like, that's genius.
Oh, I don't even bother. I don't keep my phone in the case. I use it in the shower. I respond to Discord messages in the shower.
That started out originally as a joke in Bearded Bogle stream, that I would just take the phone in the shower, and then I'm like, fuck it, I can put it in a Ziploc bag. Not going to use my nice Asus phone. We'll use one of the old phones.
Right, just in case, but still.
Yeah.
Right, because you have so many old phones that you use as camera.
Phone flex.
I did, and then their battery started to swell, and I was risking a Class D fire.
Yeah.
So I bought in a couple cameras.
But I think the point was exactly, the way you approached it. It's like you already know who you're in constant collaboration with. Who's kind of like, who would you love to collaborate with now? I think you answered that perfectly.
Yeah.
Not you, that's for sure. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, it's kind of interesting because, one of the ways that, like, Mike looks out for me, he's on, collecting stuff. We collect things. He collects way more than I do. But I collect things, and there's things I'm looking for. The first conversation we ever had, he realized that I was looking for a box of Chasm the Rift. The dude has been looking ever since, and actually put my name in on a Facebook group, because I'm not on Facebook. Like, I created an account to kind of like get involved in that, but I don't. Whatever. If it's not on. But he put my name in for one of those things, and I was kind of looking at it. He's like, because of the nature of it, we might have to ship it to Australia and then back to the U.S. And I'm like, dude. So this is the U.S. version. You have the European version. Like, by all means, like, do a thing with that. Like, show off the two different versions on your stream. I guess that's not really collaboration, but it's the kind of relationship I've developed with the guy, right?
Exactly.
That I could be like, please, if it's sealed, fucking open the box. Like, do the thing, help your stream, right? So we have a good relationship.
Hey, your landline seek?
Yeah.
We just talked about it the other day. That's why.
Yeah. I told you. It's just for spammers and scammers.
Oh my god, terrible one yesterday.
Better go to the infinite voicemail.
So yeah,
you were talking about your weird landline phone call today.
Yeah. No, yeah, we'll let it go.
Yeah.
It wasn't real. It wasn't real. It's just like, whatever.
Get yourself checked, everybody. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, everybody check your computers for viruses. No, fuck it. Okay, so I got this. One of the scams going around now is like rapid STD testing, and it's like I never took a test, but like you look at that and you're like, oh no.
Shit. They're calling me. It must be important.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like, wait, did they draw blood at my primary? Did what? Like, no, that would be the doctor. Duh.
Not rapid STD.
Yeah, no. And I just like looked at that and I'm like, oh my god.
It's the only way I like my STDs. I don't want to wait.
I don't want to wait.
I want to know right away.
It's my STD and I want it now.
Yeah, it's my STD and I want it now.
So, Haggard?
I don't really have anything more to offer.
Well, I got one.
Okay, go ahead.
So narrowing in on save and raid specifically, because I think that's kind of one of the defining moments in your legacy as a streamer.
Yeah.
And most of us here, we all know about it, but specifically that, how do you think that's changed your mission as a streamer? Like, has it redefined why you're a streamer?
I think, I know that it's changed the way people saw me. Shut up. I know that it's changed the way that people see me. Like, well, for example, there were a lot of people where I'm just like, I come across, I'm direct. I really, like think these are the facts. I want you to be a part of this. And not everybody's gonna take that seriously. And they're like, well, who the fuck are you, right? And I know that. And there were some people involved in Save and Raid that were like, okay, this is weird. Do I want to be involved in this? Like, why is he doing this?
He's trying to get your social security number.
I
I gave him mine.
Like,
Did you guys not give him yours?
Oh, everybody has mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sent me a copy of his passport last night.
Yeah. But, as soon as Save and Raid happened, and thank God it was a success, because it might not have been, right? I think...
Oh, it was amazing. Can you give us a final count?
It's over 5,000. I don't know.
It's over 5,000? I'm sorry.
I know it was over 5,100 last I looked.
Yeah.
And
There's been a couple years since then.
Maybe 500?
But it's whatever the website says, plus $500 from Dan.
Right.
All of the shirt money I put in as donations. Because
it was amazing in every aspect.
But like after Save and Raid, it lended credibility, right? But I think, a lot of people were like, oh, he is genuine. Well, because I am. I'm not just trying to be genuine, like I am genuine. This was a thing that I care deeply about, and I'm so glad that a lot of streamers that I wanted to be a part of, genuinely wanted them to be a part of it. A lot of skepticism went away.
Now there are more people that want to be part of it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Next Save and Raid, 48 hours.
Maybe. Yeah. It may have to be. It may have to be. I mean, it costs some attention. But I really, what was the question even? Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know.
How has it changed your mission or your purpose as a streamer?
Now that I know that people, or viewers and other streamers, kind of realize how genuine I am, I'm a lot more relaxed and open. I will talk about more real things that, that maybe I wouldn't have when I'm trying to figure out who my base is. But the people that have hung around after Save and Raid, I think they definitely like see who I am as, in the community, right? And that, I don't know, that has changed a lot about, how I approach the streams. Or, little gags that I think I can get away with, like wearing a Doom helmet or whatever. Having fun in reveals.
As well as that didn't work out.
Yeah.
But the music they kicked in every time you did it was so good.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's a roundabout way of answering the question, but it has changed. It has changed things. So the thing that it changed directly was I realized it's probably more about getting to, hang out with a bunch of friends than it is taking any video game seriously. And oh my God, what a relief that I can like play a game, even if it's terrible, and just kind of just be happy that everybody's there rather than why am I playing this? I'm dying inside.
Yeah.
I think he's talking about Undertale.
There's some bad days. Like there's bad days when you're playing a good game and it's just not jiving. Mm-hmm. That happens.
Yeah.
But
no, we can feel it in the audience when you're not driving with the game. We can just feel that energy. You're just like, is the hour up yet?
I'm apologetic for days like that because it's definitely not the energy I want to put out.
And at no point do you need to like hang on for our sake. If you feel the need to switch it up, switch it up. I was watching a clip
That's why it's 1 hour.
earlier because I was going through so many clips.
That's why my channel is exactly 1 hour, so that I don't have to suffer. That we can just be like, all right, well, I paid money for that.
One of the clips I watched was how to uninstall a PS2 game.
Yeah.
The game had restarted on you, and it didn't just start you back at the checkpoint; it started you back at the beginning.
That is honestly, I think that's one of my absolute favorite clips.
Opened the PlayStation, you took the discount and put it back in the case, and that was it.
That really is probably one of the best clips on my channel. I'm really, really proud of that one. There's also a really good clip of me failing at doing a particular Tomb Raider thing, where you can watch all 5 stages of grief happen on my face. Of like, I have to go all the way back up here and start over.
Yep.
What was the PS2 game that you rejected?
It was the Battlestar Galactica PS2 game. It was... Yep. It was a game I really wanted to love, but man, it started a level over that I had been just dogging my way through, and man, I was done. Sometimes Sean sees it and he takes mercy and he's like, uninstall it. Do it. Play different.
Just do it.
Play this.
Just to upset Sean further and keep you here longer, what is the worst game you have played?
Besides Undertale.
Yeah, that's fresh. Let's think about long term.
I did not hate Undertale. It just wasn't fitting the mood that day. I want to be very clear about that. I don't think Undertale's a bad game at all. I don't.
Dolphin game.
Echo. So yeah, I mean, back in the day, I played Hotline at the time, and it was an incredible game on my Game Gear. I don't hate Yakuza, Sean.
Oh yeah, all the reading and the subtitles. And...
I don't like reading.
That made me not want to play Yakuza.
And that's another thing about Undertale, which is what I realized, and you just said it to remind me. It's the reading. Undertale is a lot of reading, and then it's the obscure combat.
Well, so the obscure combat was pretty cool. The thing that really grinded me on that was I'd be like, all right, I gotta solve this puzzle. I'm in combat. Why? Just please stop. That was the thing. That was the thing that broke me was, like the thing with the leaves, and you're like trying to solve that thing, and every 5 feet it was like, well, now I have to fight some people.
But have you never played like a Japanese RPG from Super Nintendo? I mean, that's what they all did.
Not on purpose.
Yeah, it's just RNG.
I know that it's the thing. I'm just saying that I didn't realize that was what Undertale was going to be.
Yeah, you can say you went totally blind, so I can understand that.
Yeah. The worst game. Yeah, Echo of the Dolphin. It's like either first or second. I couldn't believe how frustrating that was. And the second game, I only have the memory of
for Christmas one year, and that's the worst game I think I've ever been gifted.
Which one?
The first Echo for the Genesis.
God, it's unbelievably bad. I mean, granted, we weren't playing the Sega version. Maybe it's better. I mean,
I don't remember it being that bad.
It probably isn't. It's not great. I'd rather play Evo on the Super Nintendo.
Evo is a fantastic game.
It's such a great game.
Are you talking about that Evolution game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I watched Anubriel play that. That game is fantastic.
You should play that game. It is amazing.
The music is terrible.
It would have to be an extracurricular stream.
Man. I don't know what the worst game is. I'm going to have to think on that. But there's been games that didn't play. And there's been
like what's the one you were supposed to play tonight?
I mean, it plays. It just there's a lot of transparencies where there should be textures. I will figure it out. So what I've done is we're gonna play Friday's game, which is called Scourge: The Outbreak, which is the fully realized version of the Scourge Project episode 1 and 2, which is kind of an interesting game. I mean, it's a cover shooter, but I'm really looking forward to it because I played through... Well, so 2 times in my life I've played through this game. Well, okay, All right. Anyways, whatever. So when I was paralyzed and stuck in the hospital, it was like one of the games that I bought on Steam because I had a gaming laptop at the time. You know, I just had it on a tray table, and I bought this game that kind of looked cool. It's like a little Mass Effect-y. You know, maybe it'll be a little bit of fun. And I just like the thing I remember, like through the morphine dream, was the nurse coming in and just being like, "Dude, sick graphics," and walking out.
SYKKGRA
So like,
with an X at the end. Yeah.
I remember like this like miserable surgery I went through in like 2014, and I beat it and a couple other games, and I was like, pretty cool. Too bad it never got finished. And then like a year later, they put out like a fully realized version of the game that is all of the episodes, and just deleted the old one on Steam. So I'm excited to play that because I don't know, it's like it was there in some pretty shitty parts of my life, but you know, it's one of those things like you know, games get you through things, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So I'm excited to play it. It was going to be Friday's game because I wanted to give it more time, but Wednesday's fine too.
Did I see that you're playing Spec Ops: The Line soon?
Ooh, let me.
That is a great
Yeah, by all
game.
means.
Did you fucking see the excitement? That's what I was talking about. So we're gonna go through a lot of Spec Ops. I found an okay shaped sealed copy of the Spec Ops Platinum Collection. So
this is a very underrated game.
Yeah, dude. Spec Ops: The Line is one of the most amazing stories in all of video gaming. I will die on that hill. Fight me. Havok put on nice pants. So, but what we're gonna do, and I do little mini events like this. So I've got Spec Ops 1 and Spec Ops 2 plus both of their expansions. That's 4 days.
Whoa! There's a Spec Ops 2?
No, Spec Ops: The Line is like the 10th game.
What?
These are from 1998.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, no, that's why we're doing it.
That's why.
All right.
Well,
I can't wait.
Was like the 8th or 10th game.
I'm even more excited.
That's right. So projects talking about Spec Ops on the PS1. That was game like 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then Spec Ops: The Line. But the first 4 are only on PC and are unrelated to the PS1 games. So here, maybe a little bit of whatever. But yeah, 1998. So
unopened.
There you go.
I see Ripcord.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna spend a week at the end of the month going through Spec Ops because I've never seen the original one. And it's
I can't
cool
wait to do that.
to see where that came from. Also, it's a sealed box, and I'm the end user of collectibles, so I'm gonna rip that fucking plastic off. I'm like the anti-crack line Mike. Just it's out free.
Yeah, that's why I just buy dupes now. One sealed and one for me.
Well, so we're not keeping you too much longer. Is there anything you would like to promote?
Actually, right now, Radgrid. Yeah, I'm not going to promote myself. Radgrid right now is doing a 24-hour stream. That was one of the milestones in Save and Raid. And I can.
Feel free to shout her out.
Can I do that here?
I did shout her out earlier, but I'll shout her out again.
Yeah, if you can do it, go for it. Great. But Radgrid is freaking awesome, and I'll announce this too. She's also going to be the person that's running the Save and Raid Twitter account.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I've had a conversation with her, and I'm really happy that somebody wanted to do it. And that is Radgrid, because she understands Twitter in a way that me and Bogle just don't. So
right.
It's going to be good, and so we're going to start off on the mission of promoting the next Save and Raid. I've had ideas of what I want the next Save and Raid to be. And I'm just gonna class this as a serious suggestion. Obviously I'm still up for having a vote, but I really, really like this idea. And I won't tell you guys about that. So have a great day.
Yeah. So watch ArtyomHavok if you want to know what the hell he's talking about.
Yep.
I'm more than happy to share the idea. If you guys want to know.
Mr. Seeky Wisdom, is there anything you would like to promote?
Just you guys. That's why I'm here. I love interacting with the awesome streamers. I love being part of communities. I love meeting new people, especially people who are like-minded in this desire to have real community and real relationships. And I just love you guys. So thank you.
If you guys don't follow Seeky Wisdom or talk to him on a regular basis, then you're missing something in your lives. I, however, am going to be a little more selfish.
Go for it. It's your channel.
I was challenged to a Celeste race recently by a Super Collider S. He might be here. He might not be. I'll shout him out in the chat. I believe that is for a week from now, next Wednesday. So him and I will be doing a 1 through 7 any percent Celeste race. Feel free to check that out. Oh, he is here.
He's been lurking the whole
time. So look out for that. Time has yet to be determined, but as always, you can check out the Discord to follow up on any updates. I also plan on starting a Dying Light stream this evening. I recently got that for fairly cheap. All of the DLC, so I'd like to play through that. Other than that, I think I'm done here.
I'm going to need probably about 5 minutes.
That's fine.
Before
I think for the people that joined in late, we could probably play the intro video.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because I've got to let Discord let go of my cameras and put them back. Put them back the correct way.
Go ahead and zip tie that back to the shelf and let us know when you're ready.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on here. This has been a lot of fun. I hope that I didn't just totally meander away from the question.
No, you were amazing. Yeah. You were amazing, and I'm so glad that you agreed to do it. And I would definitely love to have you back.
Oh, I'd love that.
And everybody who's here, this isn't the end. Please stick around. We plan on raiding ArtyomHavok's stream as soon as he is ready. So please show your support. If you're not already, please follow him. Obviously, he is an amazing human being.
Yep.
Oh, update. So if you guys are on my Discord, then you're awesome. If you're not, you're still awesome, but you should join my Discord. But there was sorry, this is super important in my life. There was a bunny rabbit living in my yard.
Yes, the rabbit I saw. Yes.
So
awesome.
So the bunny rabbit was in my yard, and I accidentally scared him out of there like 2 days in a row, like having to mow the lawn and whatnot. And I felt really bad about it. It's just this one bunny that's been sleeping in this one spot of the yard, so I gave him a little house, right? And then he didn't come back for a week. But I saw him out there today, and I got some pictures, and they're on the Discord. Because, man, everything should feel safe, right?
Mm-hmm.
I firmly believe that. And, it's some weird little thing that I gave, my old guinea pig's house to a wild rabbit that lives in my front yard that's probably going to eat my garden. It's fine, whatever. But, that's me. But I was so happy to see him there. Anyways, there's pictures on the Discord, so that's the bunny rabbit update that everybody wanted.
That's awesome. Yeah, man, that's
all
so
right,
cool.
Guys, I love you. Thank you so much for letting me be on here. And
we love you too. Thank you so much. You're an amazing person. You have an amazing community.
Yeah.
We have an amazing community. That's
right.
That's the big thing there.
But I couldn't have imagined starting the show with anybody else but you, Havok. So thank you for joining us.
Agreed.
Thanks, guys. All right, I'm going to go get my thing started, and I'll see you there.
We'll see you soon.
Now the format is
thank
off.
God he's gone. Fuck.
You see
my
magic.
God.
Now Discord is falling apart. Everything is destroyed.